Stop. Holy shit.
Holy shit. Good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon.
Hot damn, that is a good intro. How did you guys get that? I love that
Gee, we have this great guy who does this amazing work for us.
intro.
I mean,
Yeah, we'll put you in touch with him.
I mean, I changed mine because I'm like never happy with it, but damn, I like y'all's.
it is pretty badass.
I'm sitting here, I'm like doom, 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 doom. I got the beat going. It's like, you know, the beat.
I love the way it goes from all the kicking ass to that.
Oh, it's a smoke. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like
Purple smoke. Yeah.
Hi, everybody. It's the morning show. Welcome. Oh my God. That's right. That's right, YouTube. This is Rise and Shine with the Valkyries. Good morning. Good morning. Let's have coffee and talk. Coffee and talk.
We have to sit down and have coffee and talk.
Yes. Coffee and talk.
Oh my God.
Don't forget the smokes.
Before we get down to coffee and talk, good morning to everyone.
Yeah, we should. We got a lot of nice people in the chat. And Kronos, before we even get started, Chris was first, and you're banned from being banned, so it's not going to happen, hun.
Hate to disappoint you.
Sorry to disappoint you. But good morning, Darth Haster. Our wrench is here. Stone Loki is also a wrench, but he's on the panel today.
Holy shit. I'm a wrench on y'all's channel?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Holy
surprise.
Crap. Surprise. I'm just kidding. Yeah, I know. I'm never here. So
Teleroth A, good morning. Colin P. Smith. I don't want to screw this up. So Andrej? Merrick?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay. Welcome. Good to see you. Who else is joining us, hon?
Let me scroll down and find out. We've got Speak for the Dead. Good morning, love. Good to see you. Kronos, all the way down.
He's spamming our chat.
Almost the unbannable.
Low spec Linux laptop. That's a mouthful. Good morning. Good to see you.
Snake pie.
Stop it.
Sorry, Kronos said no more whispering snake bite, so I had snake pie.
You're so weird.
Good afternoon, Danny boys and Dodo. Good to see you guys. Parrothead, welcome.
Hey, Parrothead.
Think we've got everyone? Oh, no, Lady Mist. Hello, love. Welcome.
Lady Mist got in under the wire.
And Derek McManus.
Yeah.
Good morning, DD.
Project story time.
Welcome, guys.
Snake pie.
Snake pie.
Everybody's got to do that. Everybody's got to do that. We're gonna pass that on to Az, to Gary, fucking everybody that covers Batwoman. Steak pie.
We need to get a hashtag going on Twitter.
Steak pie.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Dude,
How
you
is
guys
everyone?
are just so weird. Yeah, how are you guys doing today?
Well, I turned on the Expanse to watch it this
Mhm.
morning because I couldn't because I got a steak pie.
Oh,
What an episode! What an episode! It was. I hated it, but what an episode!
you hated it, really?
I fucking hated it. There is this. Some people out there know that I did drug counseling, chemical
Yeah.
dependency counseling. I keep track of conditions and updated medical journals and stuff like that. And one of the new definitions for sociopath, I don't know if anybody out there knows what a sociopath is. Sociopath pretty much thinks that they are not like everyone else. There are no rules that apply to them. They don't feel bad when, like, let's say they run over somebody or run somebody up the road or steal something. They are absolved of all guilt because they are special. That definition has recently changed. And Marcos Inaros, the guy we're watching on The Expanse, is very much a sociopath.
Yeah.
He has no give a shitter in the world that he's killed millions of people. That can be upgraded to a psychopath, but he's not a psychopath. He is a sociopath. He has the ability to understand. He just doesn't believe he's wrong. He's like, well, these people are classified as this, so they don't matter.
Right.
We're belters. We should be better than everybody else, not lower.
Right.
Anyway, the definition of sociopath recently has changed to antisocial personality disorder. And one of the lovely things about APD or ASPD is that based on your race and your culture, you can get a get out of jail free card. Basically, the way it is explained is if you are a white person, then you can have APD or ASPD. If you are a minority, then basically you can get a get out of jail free card of this because of the way your minority has been treated. So let's say you are a Marco Inaros and your race, the Belters, have been treated badly by the Inners. Then anything you do to take out your frustration and your upset over being treated this way on the Inners is justified, and you do not have APD.
What?
Yeah, basically because of the way your culture has been treated by the Inners. The way Belters have been treated by the Inners, you could kill 1 million Inners and you don't have to worry about feeling guilty because they deserved it because you're a Belter.
Yeah, well, that's kind of what Inaros did.
Yes.
He killed millions of Inners.
Yes, and that's pretty much what we're looking at in this episode. And the other episodes this season is Marcos being raised up on high by the Belters as this glorious leader. And when he's killed all these people, basically the new medical definition as it stands today, ladies and gentlemen, not in the future, today, this is our own medical field, which has been incidentally taken over by social justice warriors, has been rewritten to show that if you are a Belter or someone like a Belter in that type of culture, and your culture has been beat on by another culture like the Inners, then to kill all these people and to act out in this way is perfectly okay.
But isn't that just bigotry of low expectations?
Yes, but they're not going to put it that way. They're going to say you get out of jail free card because of your race. I don't usually talk medical stuff, but it goes perfectly in line with this episode. So as soon as I saw this episode this morning, I was like, holy fuck. They're pretty much, he's the definition of someone suffering from APD or ASPD in 2021, but he gets a get out of jail free card because of his race.
Yes. So even the Expanse isn't free of current climate.
No.
Well, I didn't figure it would be. I mean, it's gone along current climate here and there peppered throughout the series.
But it's also showing you how dangerous this is, how dangerous this way of thinking is.
Yes.
Because it is, you're basically, you're a sociopath that is getting a free pass and allowed to be a sociopath because of where you come from.
Yeah, sociopath by any other name is still a fucking sociopath.
Yeah, yes, I completely agree with you.
And Marco is textbook.
That's an understatement.
Well, thank you for bringing that up. That's like you say, it is. I didn't like this episode either. I've got to admit, I was kind of disappointed with it. But we can kind of get into that in a little bit. Should we kind of recap as we go? Would that be the easiest way to pull it apart? Because as Loki says, that's pretty much where we start. We start with Marco and Naomi.
Start with Marco and Naomi. Yeah, when Philip's a baby. And they're...
Sorry. I can't get over the age between Philip and Marco. Just seeing them stand side by side, it just doesn't look right.
It doesn't. You're right. I didn't notice it until you said something last night, and I'm watching it again, late last night, and going, it just doesn't seem right that they almost look like they're the same age. It's like, I think you even said, did Philip have a growth spurt and suddenly he's 45?
They, if you notice, all they did was they threw a wig on Naomi and they put Marcos's hair up in a bun.
Yeah,
and they gave him a man bun and they gave her long wavy hair, and that's all they did. They didn't bother de-aging them. They didn't do any of that.
I said the same thing last night. Like they didn't de-age them at all. They look exactly the same.
Well, the thing about it is, it was a very short scene. They figured they could get away with it.
It was. True. It just every time I see the guy that plays Philip and Marco together, they look like brothers. They look too close in age to be father and son. It's getting distracting.
It's like he's the little brother. It's almost like he's the little brother. Yeah.
Yeah. He looks exactly like it would have been Naomi's kid, though. I mean, those favor each other something awful.
They do. They look like they're related. It's creepy.
Oh my god. But yeah, like you say, it was just a very short kind of throwaway scene, but I just thought it was a little bit silly. Just slap a wig on, pull his hair back, job done.
But oh god, I'm not going to get the picture of that man bun out of my head now. That's stuck there. Thank you.
Leave it to Loki. Blame Loki.
Hashtag blame Loki.
Always. It's always my fault.
But Naomi and there's the bat phone.
So that was me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry about that. And that's Mexican Iron Man too. I'm like, dude, dick off. I'm live.
Live, boss. But
Sorry,
Marco,
don't you know what time it is? It's time for the Valkyries.
Rise and shine, y'all. But Marco visits Naomi in her cell, and they kind of keep talking about, remember when we were happier, remember when this, that, and the other. And I'm just like, there's a great chemistry between the gentleman who's playing Inaros and Naomi. They seem to really pull it off as ex-lovers. They still, you could see that Naomi still cares about him in some way, shape, or form, even though she hates him for what he's done and what he made her do.
Yes, I think it kind of brings out as well just how manipulative Marco is, and how, as we were saying earlier, how much of a sociopath he really is, because sociopaths don't see people as people. They're just pawns to move about.
Yep. And they have absolutely no regard for hurting one either. They don't care. It's all about them. It's all about them.
Yeah, it's all about, what can they get from people? And Marco is a classic example of that, especially the way he manipulates Philip.
Mm-hmm.
And
he manipulates everybody. Everybody,
Yeah.
all the time. You can see his mind just clicking away all the time, just trying to figure out how he can, move this piece here and move this piece here and, get this faction against this faction and, bring these people together, just all for his glory. I mean, it's just everything's for his glory, nothing for anybody else. He sucks all the oxygen out of the room.
Oh, in a heartbeat.
Mm-hmm. And he even did it to Philip when he comes to him and says, I want to make my mark. I want to be known as much as you are. And Marco just basically belittles him.
Oh, he doesn't just belittle him. He slaps him down. He's like, do you think you want to do this? Do you want to be known for doing this? Do you want to be known for doing that? No, they will know you for all your failures. Yeah.
Listing everything off from not destroying the Rocinante he owned, just
to not killing Naomi, not airlocking Naomi. God.
And then he flips it around again and gets the Belters to chant Philip's name.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's that constant back and forth.
That made me dizzy in that scene. It was like, whoa. Yeah, Ascension Dildo, Philip. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. So even though he's just, as Loki said, just been slapped down by his own father and, basically made 3 inches tall, he's then being lifted up again. So it's that constant kind of roller coaster of emotions that he's being put through.
That's how he's manipulating him.
Mm-hmm.
And
Aldridge Merrick's his classic abuser.
Yeah.
Would you guys say that this was a much slower episode this time? There was a hell of a lot of exposition going on.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the first thing you said to me last night, hon, was that it was it was going to be a big exposition episode.
It was intense.
We could just tell.
In a dramatic, personal way,
Yeah.
Everything was more, just personal. The scene with Sin and her, when he finally told her, broke down and told him that he's the one that was helping Marcos hide her from him on Pike, whatever the name.
That was probably my favorite scene.
Yeah, Palace.
I think.
Yeah, that was the only thing that really hurt, talking about the airlock. You know what they missed? I was thinking this when she was talking to Philip about this. I wish they would have done this. If she would have been like, and I was in the airlock, and then suddenly some crazy Inna who fell absolutely in love with me broke the door open and pulled me out and wouldn't let me do it. And it would have been Amos. It would have been so good if she would have been like, I was just about to do it when this crazy Inna flung the door open and stopped me and talked me out of it. But Amos, and that's why Amos was so upper ass constantly at the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
That would have been like, and then he grabbed me and we went off and served on this fucking ice ship, this ice hauler together. That would have been so cool if that would have been like the connection to the Cant. That's how everything happened. Was she went to go do this crazy thing, shove herself out in an airlock, and Amos stopped her, and that's how she got on the Cant, and that's how they all met. That would have been really cool if they'd have done something like that.
That would have been a much more interesting kind of tie-in, as you say.
Yeah. Much more interesting.
And big thank you to Scorpius Transmission.
Scorpius.
$2. Thank you, sweetheart.
Oh, Scorpius is one of my favorite characters. Oh my God. I love Farscape. Scorpius says, does this involve heavy spoilers? Yes and no. But this episode you could almost literally throw away.
It was like 80% backstory and feelings.
Yeah, that's what Captain Spire said, crying in hallways. Yeah, we had feels in hallways. Yeah.
Yeah.
We did, yeah. And it wasn't badly done by any means, but it was a much slower paced episode. Yeah. And I think they spent way too much time on the back and forth with Naomi and Marcos.
Yeah.
It's still so much better than the crying in hallways on Star Trek.
Oh my God. Anything is, Dave Bob. Jeez.
At the beginning of this season, they strapped you in and they told you, get ready for a high G burn. And we have been going on a high G burn since the season started. They have been
Yeah.
pumping us full of that
juice.
anti-juice. Yeah, the juice. They've been juicing us up the whole season, and now finally they've let off the gas and we're coasting, and we just coasted through this episode.
Yes, I mean, it was nice to get a little bit of a slower pace, and it's clearly building up to something huge.
Yeah.
But it wasn't my favorite episode, I have to admit.
Yeah. The speaker for the dead says this episode was spoiled before it aired. Is it just didn't really move the story forward? It did and it didn't. I mean, the only thing it moved forward was the Rocinante and the Razorback.
Mm-hmm.
You got a little bit of backstory about how all these people used to, tie into each other.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much it.
Well, that and Marcos just being
Marcos,
yeah, just being he's a bit of a pantomime villain at this stage. I think they're trying too hard to make him this huge villain, whereas he's trying to justify what he did, and as you say, he comes back to being a sociopath.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope they get back on it, because this is either one of two things here.
Mm-hmm.
Either the rest of the season is going to be like this, which I hope it's not. I hope
No way.
I hope they didn't blow their load in the beginning. And this is what we're gonna get back to. Or this is going to be the 7th inning stretch where you take a break, get some water, and then dive back in head first and go at it like a couple of caged animals. I just hope it's the stretch and not this is it.
Right.
They've blown everything they had already.
Well, I love the way that they've kind of set it up now that Mars and the Belt are kind of in cahoots. You have a faction on Mars, and who it's going to be. It's going to be that admiral or whatever that.
He wants the proto-molecule.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, we haven't really had much about the proto-molecule this season yet. They keep kind of dropping hints about it and reminding us about it, but I thought we would have seen more about it. Yeah.
Why was it stolen?
That spider steal it out of Fred's quarters. That's all you got to see. So far, and even though they quote unquote destroyed the ship that was supposed to be carrying it, I think that's just a fake. That's just a
Yeah, it wasn't there.
Yeah.
Inaros has it.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Shell game. Nothing but a shell game. You got to watch the P. You don't know where it's at.
Yeah.
I think other than the scene with Naomi and Sin where they're kind of making up and reminiscing, my favorite scene was with Alex and Bobby.
Alex and Bobby, yeah.
F you.
Exactly. F you, asshole.
Pulling that bullet out of the mesh on her armor.
It just itches a little bit.
Just casually flicks it over her shoulder. It's like,
yeah.
You might want to pick that back up at some point because you don't want a bullet rattling around.
You were shot a bunch of times.
A bunch of times. Ping, 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 ping.
But that was a really good scene, and I do love the chemistry between the two of them.
Yeah, Alex and Bobby have a good chemistry. It's a shame that we won't have Kaz Anvar around for season 6.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because that relationship has got 3 episodes left, and it's like, how is it going to develop?
Yes, well, they keep putting the Razorback in more and more peril, so I'm not really looking forward to seeing where this is going.
Yeah, I think also the fact that they got all the information about Marcos's Free Navy ships out to the inners, to Earth, they're kind of set up now to where they know what the weaknesses of the ships are and everything, and they know what they got. So they're not in the dark anymore the way they were. And Molly, was pretty much very, very shortly just that one scene where she told them, go back to Mars and be safe, and thanked them for all the information on the ships and how they were, relaying all the information out so they'll know what's going on out there with their fleet.
Yeah, they do seem to be tying up loose ends. As much as it was nice to see Avasarala back and, to see them back in talking.
Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry. No, I was just rereading my notes about Alex and Bobby and it talking about the ships. I mean, looking at the Razorback, she's been beat up.
Yeah.
When you get to the Rocinante, and she looks like she's a shining beacon at this point until that brief battle, which Purple and I were watching it at the same time, and we were both getting dizzy watching those railguns go off, the PDCs. We're like, whoa, dizzy. Okay, this is really cool.
That was a great scene. It really was. And we even said while we were watching it, compare this to the budget that STD has had, and this just looks so much better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
that was a lot of wild firing, though. You wouldn't do that necessarily, and there would be some drop off, but that was a lot of pointless firing. I understand it looked great and it looks wonderful, and you're like, holy shit, that is badass, but it was a lot of waste.
Yep. Also, well, it's almost like World War II. Whenever the Japanese were attacking the fleet, forever, shot they fired, they probably shot somewhere around 4,000 to 5,000 rounds just to hit one plane. I mean, that's kind of what it reminds you of. But
yeah.
I think it was, as you say,
it was almost like the death blossom on Star.
Oh God, on Picard. Oh my God,
I forgot about that.
I forgot about that too. I think I'm purposely trying to.
And good morning, Pappy.
Oh,
Mexican
good morning,
Iron
Mexican Man.
How come in the Expanse like Picard there are no Mexicans in the Expanse? I'm triggered. Need one or two things.
Oh, Mexican Iron Man. Jesus Christ. There's got to be a brownie walking around there somewhere.
Oh, I'm sure they're all in the background. they're probably mowing the grass, doing the laundry.
Yeah, they were on that station in the beginning, not Tycho, but what was the other one?
On Ceres?
They were on Ceres mowing the lawn in the water guy's office, the guy that does the water, and he's got those beautiful plants and green fields. They were out there mowing the grass in that first season.
Those little green spaces on Ceres.
Yep. That was them mowing the lawn out there.
Oh my God.
And Cinchin Dildo brings up a good point. Avasarala said, good job. That's worthy of any medal.
No kidding.
Yeah, she doesn't give praise to anybody off.
You heard me, Mike.
Colin points out there's always a huge amount of wasted ammunition in a firefight. Here's the difference, though. In space, you have got such a huge amount of time between where you're able to restock and where, just being out in space. You would not waste ammunition like that with kinetic weaponry. Your kinetic weaponry, that's what's going to get you where you're going and home. So to just throw it away, you wouldn't do that. Now, an energy-based weapon, yeah, sure, you could fire that all over the fucking place because it's energy. You don't have to go back and get more. There's only so much ammo the Rossi can hold.
Yes.
So to just waste it like that.
On 4 missiles.
On 4 missiles, you wouldn't do that in space. Now here, you
more
can
than
see
4
that.
missiles.
That's way more than 4 missiles.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, there was a swarm of them. There was probably 12, at least a dozen, if not more.
I didn't see that many when I was watching, but I'll take your word for it, guys. And all I could see was
Controlled,
Rossi just spinning.
No,
God.
short controlled burst is what you want.
Kind of like the Sea Whiz on the ships now. That close-in weapon system they have on the fleet now.
Yep.
That 20 millimeter cannon. It just
Yep.
anything gets through it just.
yeah,
Yeah. Captain Spy, that's why a missile is one of the best weapons in space. It tracks and follows. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
the most dangerous anyway.
Yeah, and it also they can pull a lot higher G maneuvers than any spaceship can because of the human factor.
And yes,
Yeah.
Kronos, a railgun does need ammo.
Mhm.
Railgun
PVC.
will have ammo.
Yeah, it's just
Yep.
all they're using electricity to shoot the projectile, but they still have to have a projectile.
Yep. Tungsten round. Yes, Buzz Nacho. It fires a tungsten round at virtually the speed of light.
Yeah. Today I learned. Oh,
Sorry.
full throttle
In a
under
moment.
siege.
But
Freedom comes landscaping.
Getting paid to landscape.
Right?
Because they're going to be doing landscaping no matter what, whether they're free or not. It's just whether they're going to get paid to do the landscaping or not. Did I say that on a live
Yeah,
stream?
you did, out loud.
Someone's gonna copy that and be like, throw me on the cover of some black and white photo from World War II with Gary and Doomcock.
Oh my god. Time magazine.
Yep.
Should we go on to the video exchange between Alex and Holden?
yeah. Yes, please.
I was glad they finally got to talk. It's like finally, the pilot gets to talk to his old ship.
Well,
And they pass on the information that they've picked up to Holden. And of course, Monica is putting out curb feelers and all kinds of shit for, if something happens, I'll know about it from Sirius Station. And they realize that, holy shit, Mars is the one setting up all the Free Navy's weapons. And that's, I think they even said somebody very high up in logistics and armament and somebody high up in the military has got to be doing something with this. He's the one promoting this, and that's that admiral that we talked about earlier.
So I think they even point out there's no way that Marco could actually afford to buy one of these ships, let alone an entire fleet.
Yeah.
they had to, they're actually doing it for something. They're either doing it because they agree with him or because they're after something, and what it's going to be. It's going to be the proto-molecule. Matter of fact, I think they even mentioned that.
That's what Mars has been after the whole damn time. Is since the beginning of this, they've wanted that proto-molecule.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to figure out why now that we have the ring gates.
Wheels within wheels.
Do you know what? You know what's going to happen. I mean, I can tell you what's going to happen. I know they made it so very clear what's going to happen at the beginning of this and for the last couple of seasons. What is the one thing that cannot happen? That proto-molecule cannot go through a gate. If that proto-molecule goes through a gate, those evil alien bastards are going to seize it. They're going to take it over, and they're going to become a part of it, and they're going to wreak havoc on everything.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm seeing. Those black oozing tentacles that you see running through there, like something Eris was talking about last night. Those are going to come from the proto-molecule. Those are going to come from whatever the hell those alien things are.
The red alien things. Yeah.
They're going to jump into the proto-molecule, take over it, and wreak fucking total havoc.
I hope it's not that simple.
Yeah, well, considering we've only got 3 episodes left to wrap it up.
3 episodes, yeah.
Well, think about it. The proto-molecule was everything to this ancient alien civilization. The protomolecule converted planets to be okay for them to live on. They created their technology. That station in the middle of the ring gate platform thing, that was made from protomolecule. Everything they had was made from that protomolecule. What's the easiest thing to use to take them out? The protomolecule.
Protomolecule.
So I'm 99.9% sure that's what it is. That once that protomolecule goes through the gate, they're so pissed off they're going to jump into it, take it over, and blow shit up with it.
That would be a pretty awesome ending, I've got to admit. But we've got to get there first.
Yeah. Colin brings up a good point.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Dave Bob. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, I was looking at Colin.
That was the same thing I was headed for. So go ahead.
I can't remember right off the top of my head.
They destroyed it in season 4. They took it off the ship. They found it and took it off the ship because that was what was activating the protomolecule on the planet. On Illis.
Mm-hmm.
So they found it and destroyed it. They cut it out of the hull. I want to say it was in the last episode.
Yeah, they did say they were going to destroy what they had anyway, but before they could, it got stolen. Yeah.
And I love what Captain Spire says.
Time crystal powered space sonar that destroys warp drive when it gets angry.
We're doomed.
Oh my god, I hope not. Oh my god.
All it takes.
I hope not. I have more faith in the writers.
All it takes is one agitated kid with Down syndrome to destroy the Federation. God knows what would happen.
Oh my god.
Planets.
That's Kurtzman track. We're not talking about that crap. We're talking about a decent show here.
A decent show. Yeah, that happened to go a little off the rails this episode.
Yeah. Well, we're not gonna condemn it for one slow episode or for one questionable episode.
No.
Yeah, that's a good way to describe it, Dave Bob. It's questionable.
Yeah, Miller warned Holden about it. He did. Miller
sentient dildo.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I think this is going. Is that the protomolecule? Because you already see Marco doing something with the gate. Like he wants to get something through the gate. He had the map pulled up. He had the 2 ships that are guarding the gate in front of the gate. And then he had there was a red line, which I'm pretty sure is the ship that's going to have the protomolecule attached to it going through the gate. There's this idea. I started writing this novel back in my 20s, and I actually sent part of it to Dega, and Dega looked over like, "Oh my God, why did you never finish that?" And I'm like, "I know." It was about a biological being connecting to technology, and what would happen if it like interfaced with tech. So you're talking about a biological entity, nothing like a human being, basically becoming one with the technology.
Yeah.
So think of a ship that had a living organism inside that ship that controlled that ship like its body. Worse than that, more like a parasite invading technology.
Okay.
So like you've got a ship, and you've got this ship that works perfectly fine without this thing. So it's not a mixed species. But then you've got this parasitic life form that gets into the ship and pretty much takes over the ship and makes the ship a part of itself.
Well, that's what the protomolecule did.
So
it took over. It wasn't. Yeah, it was the Agatha King. And made it part of itself before they destroyed it.
So, what if it could? Captain Spire. That's actually where I got my inspiration from. Is the Beast from Homeworld. That is what inspired me to like write this. And And that's from Homeworld Cataclysm, which is not called Cataclysm anymore. It's called something else because they couldn't re-get the rights to the name.
So Colin P. Smith, and we're back to the shadows and telepaths in B5, kind of in reverse. I'm taking that's Babylon 5.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Which I have not seen yet.
Didn't TNG do that?
No, I don't remember TNG ever doing that. They've had like ships like that one Tin Man and but it was Moya. That ship was like Moya, but nothing like
Moya.
Nothing like a Parasite. This is like the Gold, but on a much bigger scale.
Bigger scale, yeah. That's just the Gold. Holy shit!
I'll have to take your word for that one.
You haven't seen Stargate?
No. Nope.
Like no Stargate.
Nope. Sorry.
And I've never seen Babylon 5, so guys, I'm out on that one. What I did miss this week, though, I missed Kamina. I missed Drummer and her people. I really, really did. I was like, she's one of my favorite characters anyway. But
they've got so much going on. I don't see how they're going to wrap all this up.
They've got 3 episodes scattered out. I mean, they're scattered out all over the solar system.
Well, Amos even said, I've got to get back to my crew.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that ain't happening this season.
No, I don't think it is either. But
the only way he can is to get to Luna.
Even if he gets to Luna, how's he going to get to the Rossi or to the Razorback? Because they're out in the middle of fucking BFE.
Yeah.
Sorry, F-bomb. Sorry, I dropped an F-bomb. I didn't mean to. But yeah, they're out in the middle of BFE. Right. So.
Curse. But at least one of us has seen Babylon 5 and the other has seen Stargate SG-1. So
me and Loki's seen them all.
Seen it all. Well, I hadn't seen Beat 5 until last year. I started watching Beat 5 last year. I was always a DS9 fan. So it was like always, well, you got your DS9 fans and then you got your Beat 5 fans. So it was like Star Wars and Star Trek fighting.
They were different. They were different enough, though, that, there were similarities for sure. And, we all know why, but they were different enough shows to where, I liked them both.
Yeah.
And I watched, as they were airing. So,
getting into Beat 5 after the fact's been pretty cool.
It's on my to watch list, definitely.
I'm going to have to rewatch it because it's been a long time since I've seen B5.
Now, if anybody hasn't seen SG-1, they're canceled. Canceled. Whoever hasn't watched SG-1 is canceled. Yeah. I don't know who you are out there who hasn't watched SG-1, but yeah.
Poor Purple.
Oh, it's purple? Purple? What the fuck? You haven't watched SG-1?
No.
Oh, yeah, unbelievable. Yeah, you're out. Sorry. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye. I don't know you anymore. I just don't know you anymore. I don't know who you are anymore.
Oh my god. Yeah, but she's seen Babylon 5. At least I've watched all 10 seasons plus the movies of Stargate SG-1. And I watched them as they aired. So I got to go back and watch them again because there were some good episodes.
Yeah.
But we're kind of getting off the beaten path here a little bit.
Yeah.
2 fries short of a Happy Meal. Oh my god.
Bonzo.
Yeah.
That was my favorite episode.
Back swing.
Yeah, wacko.
Yeah, that was my favorite episode. That's Window of Opportunity. I could watch that episode over and over again.
Yep.
It was amazing. It was so freaking funny.
It's weird because there weren't shows like when they killed people off in shows I stopped watching. I just couldn't stop watching Stargate. I was like, Daniel was one of my favorite people. Him and Teal'c were my 2 favorite characters.
Yeah.
And when they kill him off, it's just like I was just like, I'm gonna stop watching the show.
Well, it was like a comic book, you know. There's nobody ever really dead.
No,
Yeah, right.
nobody ever really dies. Yeah.
They tried to kill off Daniel, but it didn't work. They had to rewrite him back in.
Multiple
Yeah.
times they killed Daniel. And yeah, they were like, well, he wasn't ever dead. He was captured. Oh, well, he did die, but we used the sarcophagus. Oh, they pulled that from the movie and they just kept doing it. Oh my God,
Yeah.
Daniel's dead. No, we're going to put him in the sarcophagus and we're going to revive him.
Well, the one that really pissed me off out of all of it was when they killed the doc. When they killed her off, that really pissed me
Yeah,
off.
that one was bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sarcophagus, damn it.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with using a sarcophagus. The only time it's bad is if you keep using it over and over again.
Yeah. It wears on your body. And Ball kept doing that to O'Neill.
Yep.
When he had him captured. And that's when Daniel appears to him as his basically essence ascended being, because Daniel has ascended. That's how they rewrote him back in.
What have you gotten yourself into now? And you're like, Daniel! Hell
yeah!
Yes! And then he's like, I can't help you. I can't do anything for you. You're like, fuck you, Daniel!
I can't help. You got to get yourself out of this one. What? Fuckload of good you are. Thank you.
Anyway. Yeah.
Okay, guys, let's get back to it. Let's get back to the
Sorry, we went off on a tangent there, guys. You know that always happens on this channel.
No.
Squirrel.
As in bocce. Yes, Kronos. Off the rails like bocce.
Yep. Battle Hymn 63 said earlier, the only characters I don't really care for are Holden and Naomi. Of course, Amos is my favorite. Bobby and Kamina are tied for second. How come you don't like Holden and Naomi? I'm just curious.
I don't.
Well, then tell me why. I'm curious.
Okay, here's the deal. What grabbed me about this show originally was Miller, right?
Yeah,
and
well,
I've said that over and over again. Miller is what got me into the watching. It's like, okay, finally I can grab onto something here that I understand, and that was Miller's quest for answers. Now, along that quest for answers, I got to know Bobby, I got to know Amos, I got to know Alex, I got to know Naomi, but really Alex is what kept me watching the show after Miller was gone.
After Miller?
So
yeah.
It's like Holden is so weird to me because he's like, it's almost like he's a bookworm, but he's not.
Yeah.
There's something off about Holden to me.
Okay.
Now Naomi's cool. I like Naomi. But I'm not like, oh my God, Holden and Naomi together forever. I'm not like slack.
Yeah, you're not shipping it.
I'm not shipping it. I'm just like, okay, so they're together, big fucking whoopty shit. That's never been a thing for me.
Right.
So to me, Holden's the weakest character on the show.
He's almost too perfect.
Naomi lost a lot of herself when she got with Holden, because it's like Holden and Naomi. Now I have liked this season and the fact that Naomi's gone off on her own and that we're exploring some of Naomi's past and getting to know Naomi a little bit more. But I do really feel like we lost who Naomi was when her and her and Holden got together. It's just been the Holden Naomi hour, not Naomi learning about Naomi, learning what makes Naomi tick.
Right.
It's just, I think she lost some of herself with Holden when they did this. Holden is a Boy Scout, yes.
Yeah.
Colin B. Smith.
I agree.
He's the Boy Scout. I don't like it. I like Alex. I like Bobby. I like Drummer. I like all these other people, and some of them I love. But Holden and Naomi, no. I think I'd like Naomi a lot more if she never got with Holden. I think she was a more interesting character before she got together with Holden. That first season when they're in that pod and she basically overrides his shit and she goes, "No, I'm keeping us alive. This is what I'm gonna do. If you want to fucking help me, help. And if you don't, stay the fuck out of my way." That is Naomi. I want to see more of that.
Yeah, I missed that Naomi.
The Spitfire, I'm gonna get shit done. You can go off and do whatever, but I'm gonna get shit done. That's Naomi I want to see. That's Naomi I was interested in.
Yeah.
So as much of an explanation as I can give you, that's what I can give you.
Okay.
I like characters that have flaws. That's why I like Amos so much. I mean, that
Yeah.
is one flawed human being, but he still tries to do the right thing.
Yeah, even though the right thing might not be what we consider to be the right thing, it's the right thing for him.
Thank
Yep.
you, speaker. It's not just that yes, you can have a good guy hero. Yes, you can. But he needs to be more Captain Kirk good guy and a little less milk toast. Yes.
Yeah. That makes sense. And Battle Hymn says, I think Naomi's best moments were when she was teamed with Kamina.
Yes.
I have to agree. Yeah, Battle Hymn. I would like to see those two back together on a ship. I don't think we're going to.
They made her so weak last season. They made her so weak, and I get it.
Well, they had to.
But it was like hold me, and you're like, oh, oh no.
Well, you weren't a big fan of season 4 anyway.
No, I wasn't. No, they could have done so much more with that, and they didn't.
Yeah, season 4 was a little weak.
Yeah, Lady Mist, holding it is not Conan, but Amos is close.
Yeah, Amos is pretty awesome.
I think Tiny may have been a little closer.
I don't know what I'm going to do next season. My favorite character is going to be gone. I don't know.
Alex?
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to do next season either. We've talked about that with Speaker for the Dead. It's like, now, what are they going to do with Alex? And you and I have talked about this too, Loki. You know, wouldn't they recast Kaz's spot? Because he's a big part of the storyline. Just simply writing him out isn't good enough.
Because see, nowadays it's not just the actor that's tainted by accusations; it's the character. So you can't just get rid of the actor; you have to get the character too, because they have been tainted by the accusation against the actor. Which no one, by the way, no one has pressed any charges. There has not been any kind of secret deal made. There is no under the table money being passed back and forth. It's just dead fucking silence.
Yeah, it's been dead quiet ever since summer when that news came out back in June.
Yeah, I kind of took the air out of the series. I think that kind of hurt it a little bit.
Because if you go back to the video I made, the stream I made that morning, we talked about that.
Yeah.
I've gotten comments like that. See, now you all look stupid. That son of a bitch is going to jail and blah blah blah. No, he's not. There have been no charges. There are absolutely no charges that have been made. From my understanding, the accusations would not hold up in a court of law.
Right. That's what I heard too.
And that as soon as the investigation started, the decision was already made to let him go. Before they even investigated the charges, before they investigated the matter at all, the company that works for the corporation that for Amazon, for this show.
Yeah.
The decision was made to let him go.
And Colin's right, but accusation is enough these days. And I sadly don't see it getting any better. Yeah, me neither.
They've gotten rid of Alex, speaker. They've gotten rid of the actor. They've gotten rid of Kaz. That's done. That's
Kaz has been fired. Yeah.
The second this started, they were going to let him go. The second the accusation was made, they were going to let him go because they can't be seen as not acting as soon as there is an allegation. He didn't do anything criminal. No. Nothing at all criminal. And the accusations, there was no evidence and nothing that would hold up in a court of law.
No.
And anybody who's like, how do you even know that? Go look it up. Go look.
Yeah, go digging around the web. You can find answers.
Go look into the situation. Nothing that he was accused of can be proven in a court of law. They just fired him because the mere look of this being possible is enough to get Amazon in all kinds of crap, and they don't want to be involved in protest, and they don't want to be involved in any of it, so that you go along with it. They know that people will make them go through a living hell if they don't do something about it.
Yeah.
And no, it's not right. I would stand up and stand with my people and be like, no, we're not going to get rid of him. No, we're not going to do this. Coming out and saying, well, he was fired the second they started looking at
yeah.
I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah, that still hurts my soul.
Yeah, there is no
that day
innocence. There is no presumption of innocence. You're guilty before trial now.
Mm-hmm. The court of public relations. Yeah, it's all about money. Yeah, innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent. You would think that, Keely Chow.
Well, now
That's the way we're supposed to do things, but
if you prove your innocence, you're still guilty now, don't you know?
yeah.
You should be taking it upon your shoulders to prove that all women tell the truth and all women's accusations are correct. They've come out and said that you should shoulder that responsibility. Because you are a male, you should shoulder that responsibility for all the women in the past that have accused men of something and been denied justice. You should now give over your rights, your freedoms, your work, your livelihood for those women that it was never proved that what happened. You should sacrifice yourself on that altar for all those women. Even if you are not guilty, you should accept the punishment and responsibility for all the previous and past women that have gone through this and not been hurt. That's the way they see it now.
Yeah. Ascension Tildo belief whammonry. Buzz Nacho's got a good point. I had heard this as well. Pretty sure Alcon underwent an investigation. The result of the investigation led to his firing. I had heard that as well, but it was not confirmed. So, but we're going to lose Alex. Somebody said previously that they're grooming Bull to take over for Alex.
To fill in the gap.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If they've got him piloting the Rocinante. So that kind of makes sense. I mean, why wouldn't they?
Can't leave a hole. That's got to be filled.
Yeah. And that Alex is going to be a huge hole.
Yes. Yeah, he would be.
But I'm with Speaker as well. I mean, if the character Alex, if they write him out, I will be pissed. Yeah. I will be too.
Yeah, I
But
think
again,
they're just going to get rid of the actor and the character.
Yeah.
I think that's why he's on the Razorback heading towards Naomi's ship.
You think so? They're going to get rid of him that way?
Yeah, I think so. I think if not the next episode, then the one after.
That's going to break my heart. Because then what are they going to do with Bobby? Are they going to kill off Bobby and Alex?
I hope not.
Me too.
I love Bobby.
Bobby's the best.
Yeah. I like her more even than Cass.
Yeah, she's a pistol. I like her a lot.
All we could hope is he gets a hero's send off, but are they even going to do that for him?
No, I bet you dollars to donuts they don't.
You know, he sacrifices himself to save her.
Okay. Buzz Nacho says the allegations came out after they finished filming season 5, so I doubt they had anything planned for this season. Yeah, it was in post at that point when the allegations came out.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I understood.
Speaker, it reminds me of Drumhead. There was an episode on TNG called Drumhead.
Yeah, that's one of my favorites.
That admiral comes on board and starts blaming everybody, and she's got Worf in her corner, but then she's like, wasn't your father complicit with Romulans? It's all your fault now. And it's just everybody gets blamed for something. That crazy bitch is pointing her finger at everyone, blaming them for something. You're connected with this. You were related to this person. Your ancestor was a Romulan. You're this, you're that. You're blah, 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 blah. That's what it's like, because it's all about ancestry and who you're connected to and what color of your skin decides what you've done bad in the past. It's just horseshit.
Well, that's kind of what they're doing with Belters. I mean, Inaros has got all of the Belters marked now because of his actions. So...
all tarred with the same brush.
Mm-hmm. And Colin P. Smith says, I've heard that Bobby doesn't make it in the book, so I suspect the Razorback may not survive. See, I haven't read them.
No.
Not yet. I wasn't going to until the till the show finished airing, but since it's going to stop at season 6, I may as well go ahead and start reading them. And I'm on book 1, so I haven't even seen Bobby yet.
Yeah.
I'm still on the can't. What was that, honey? And Casson DeCosta says Bull's going to be the next pilot. Yeah. I agree.
He pretty much is the pilot right now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So we've gone from reviewing the episode to speculating about what we're going to get in the next episode because this one was kind of lame.
Should we tie this up because we didn't really get to finish with Naomi because she has a pretty big cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's where we all went, what the fuck?
Mary Poppins.
Yep.
Mary Poppins in space again.
And also they did this in STD. They've got that scene where Plank of Wood, Mikey Spock, is flying through space with their eyes open. Guess what happens if you fly through space with your eyes open? They get pulled out of your skull and they pop like grapes.
Gross.
That's what happens because all the oxygen is pulled out of them. So not only are they pulled out of your body, but that's why they tell you to keep, if you have to go EVA without a suit, you keep your eyes closed and you keep your body curled up and you get all the oxygen out of your body before you go EVA, which means you exhale everything you've got out. You don't hold your breath. If you hold your breath, your lungs will literally be pulled out of your body.
Yes. And she did exhale, but as you say, as she jumped, she kept her eyes open.
Yep, and they would have been ripped out of her skull and popped like grapes. Squishy like grape.
The biggest problem is in a vacuum, your blood boils. The nitrogen in your blood immediately boils. It would be like the worst case of bends in the world. You would just be racked with pain.
Yeah.
And she's got that shot, that oxygen shot. I don't know.
Is that what that was?
Yes, that was the same oxygen shot they used
on Monica.
They used on Monica.
That's right.
And that's not the way that works.
Yeah, it was just like a little hypospray with the super oxygenated blood or whatever.
It's going to get pulled out of your blood. It's going to rip you apart.
Yeah.
So.
And that's where they left it. She gets onto the ship and into the airlock.
Yeah.
And they just left her sort of hanging there.
Poor Sin gets...
And poor Sin gets...
killed. Well, yeah. Presumably.
Sad.
Yeah, well, I don't think he was making it. He was just sitting there looking kind of like, dead.
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty sure he's dead. Yeah. So what would you guys give this out of 10, this episode?
Out of 10?
Mm-hmm.
I need to think about that one. Dave Bob?
I'll give it a 6.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'd give it about a 6. It wasn't nearly as strong as the other episodes. I'd say this is probably the weakest episode so far.
Yeah.
I was bored. I'm going to give it a 5. I was bored. Bored.
Really?
Like, where are we going with this? The shit with him. Okay, you can't be a sociopath because of your race. That's exactly what they're trying to do here. And the simple fact that I'm just like, no, it's not the way it works. A sociopath is a sociopath. Doesn't matter what race, doesn't matter what religion.
Yeah.
Stop moving.
I'm going to give it a 5. I think it was slow. I think it was boring. Getting to know a little bit more about Naomi, great, but that didn't make up for just how fucking boring this episode was.
Well, that's the reason I gave it a 6 because it had a couple of small moments in it.
Yeah. I'm giving it a 7.
Yeah, I'm projecting a little bit. I am because I expect more out of this show. I expect more. I expect if this show consistently earns 8s, 9s, and even a 10 from me.
Mm-hmm.
So it better give me something. Give me something to work with. This was slow, it was boring. They screwed it up. I'm not happy. I'm going to give it a 5.
Yeah.
Okay.
That 5.
Well, that and even the last episode we were giving 8s and 9s too, so it's definitely a step down from the previous episode.
Mm-hmm.
But hopefully it's just a little kind of wobble.
Maybe it's a hiccup. Yeah.
Next week's is going to come back strong. But they've got so much to tie up.
Yeah, they only have 3 episodes. Of course, that's the way the Mandalorian was going too. I didn't know how they were going to tie all that up.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll pull a Mandalorian off.
Here's hoping. Oh my God.
That would be cool.
I have a lot of faith in these writers. They better pull something off that's pretty freaking awesome.
Oh, thank you, guys. Thank you, Dave, Bob. Thank you, Loki.
Pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for joining us. And hopefully you'll be with us again next week when we do the next episode, number 8. Then hopefully it'll get better.
Has anyone got anything going on today, tomorrow, for the rest of the week?
Yeah, Loki, what do you got going on?
Game stream tonight at 6 p.m.
Okay.
6 p.m. Cool.
So guys, tune in for Loki's game stream tonight. Purple Valkyrie will be there. I will be tuning in. And then Thursday back to Loki's Mornings of Mischief, and then you have your night show, 7 Kinds of Mischief with the Dega Outlaw.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And Friday, we're back. So don't know what we're doing yet, but Friday we'll be back.
Yes, it's a little bit up in the air again on Friday. What we thought we were going to do, we probably can't do now, so we're going to do something else. But that's okay.
Yeah. So that's totally cool. All right, guys. Well, everybody, thank you for joining us.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys. Appreciate
For
it.
having us on here.
Thank you.
Have a great day,
And we will
guys.
see you
You too.